Hi there, Joka here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and then in this video I'm going to show you the new Winter Berries die set or cards that I made with this die set. Here's the set, and you can create, well, basically two different things that I had on mind. This one is this bunch of berries with the two leaves. And then there is a bigger kind of foliage or leaf where you can add a bunch of berries, and you can die cut several at a time, and there's 2 layers to them if you want to add more colors like I did here. And I don't know now if I mentioned there's 3 sizes of berries. So it's not as much work as it looks, because you can die cut many of them at the same time. And I created 4 different colors, but obviously you can just use one and then it's quicker. But you know me, I like to add as many colors as possible to my projects. And now I am gluing down randomly, like, you know, I want all colors to be everywhere. So I'm adding all these berries on top of the, what do you call this, branch? Oh God, I don't know. I'm really slow today. Sorry, I think I already mentioned it in one video. Anyway, you don't need to add the berries either. You can just use the greenery if that's what you prefer. And I should also mention that I die cut the greenery also twice. So there's 2 layers to it, just so that it's more dimensional, but I already glued them together off camera. And now I'm doing my favorite thing. I'm adding the sentiment in the middle. This is from the, I think it's called Mal was Weihnachtliches. It's a German sentiment set, same size and font as the Für dich die set. So also similar sentiments as in the English version, not exactly the same ones, but similar Christmas themed ones. This one means Silent Night, by the way, if you wanted to know. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so my favorite thing is to have a bunch of die cuts and create a colorful background with them. So basically just building a pattern. And for this one, I do like to, the way I like to go about it is that there are overhang. So there's overhang on each side, and then I trim them off and fill or use those little pieces to fill up the, you know, the spaces that I have around the edges. So that's what I'm doing now. And there was something else I want. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that I went with a 5x7 inch cards, and actually I think except for maybe one video, I'm using this format in each of them probably. I don't know, I really like this format lately. It gives me more space or more, you know, area to fill with colorful things, and it just fits in my hands better. I think I have large hands, so maybe that's why, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm trying to see all the fall away pieces, how they would work, where they would work, and I definitely wanted to use the berries. I did not want to waste them if I spent that much time on them. But I realized I should, here at the bottom I had a bigger space, empty space, and I wanted the dark green to be there, which I did not have any of. So I die cut two of the leaves from well, like branches from that bigger die cut. So that is something extra I had to do. But for all the others, I'm using the fold away pieces that I cut off earlier. And once I settled on the arrangement, I'm starting to glue everything down. And actually, just to be able to use all the berries, I'm going to cut one apart and going to use just single berries, I think, at least as far as I remember. You see, because one berry fits here and there, and then I can just cut them apart just to fill up that frame or around the edges better. Yeah, and then this card is going to be done. This is really one of my favorite things to do. I used to love to do this with stamps as well, but I haven't been stamping much for the past 2 years or so, I think. I just really prefer die cuts, probably because they are more dimensional, and I don't know, I just love color cardstock, all the options. Now, so this is exactly what I'm doing here as well, the same kind of idea. I'm creating a colorful pattern with small die cuts. And yeah, this was a lot of die cutting, but again, you can die cut several of them at one time. So there's 3 berries that you die cut at a time, and 2 leaves plus, well, 2 layers of to each of these 2 leaves. So it doesn't take as long as it looks. And once I glued all those together, now I'm trying to figure out how to arrange them. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Normally I'm trying to make sure that there are different colors next to each other, or, well, it doesn't always happen, but that there's a bit of a randomness to it. I don't like repetitive patterns, where the pattern is exactly the same and it just repeats. So I prefer random arrangements, and that's what I'm trying to do. Kind of, yeah, I don't think this is a very, very enjoyable to watch, but this is my thought process, so I wanted to leave it here if it helps anyone. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I think probably for all of us, something different would look good, and that's okay. But this is what was pleasing to my eyes, let's say it that way. I kind of make sure that the spacing is similar, that there's not more in one part of the background, more design elements in one part of the background than the other, or so. And once I figured out the arrangement, I start gluing things down. And of course, this is where things change again, because once I lift something, I don't ever remember which direction they were, Anyway, once I glued everything down, I'm going to work on my card. And this, actually, I didn't mention, the cards again are 5 by 7 inches. And the panel that I created with this pattern is smaller because I wanted to leave space for the for my sentiment at the bottom. And I also added like an accent strip here to well, at the bottom, just a red strip. And then actually the card base is 5 by 7 inches. So the panel that I was working on is smaller, a little bit smaller. I trimmed it down. This sentiment is again from the German sentiment set, but as I said, there is also an English version. Yeah, so I have both cards ready. I hope I could inspire you. I hope you like these products. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.